This is not financial advice, not legal advice, for entertainment, educational purposes only. Anything I say is my opinion. Please don't make any financial decision based on anything I say in these videos. Listen, China has no plans on backing down on the tariffs with the United States of America. They are going overboard with the tariffs. They don't want to blink. The United States doesn't want to blink. And I believe it is going to cause additional volatility in the market. And here's the thing. They are even making fun of us. They have videos going on all over YouTube and TikTok where the Chinese media is showing factories with overweight Americans, trying to fabricate clothes, trying to make iPhones, trying to make products that the Chinese people seem to make very, very easily. It is absolutely crazy. But here's the thing. Unless the system is automated, I would say 90% of Americans are not going to go work in a factory. They're not going to go sit behind a sewing machine. They're not going to do that. I mean, we have, and I don't want to sound crazy, but we've outgrown that type of labor. Most Americans are not going to do those type of jobs. We're going to have to, and this is going to sound crazy, we're going to have to bring in immigrants to do those type of jobs like they did in Ohio, okay? Because those Haitians in Ohio that were working in those factories, they couldn't find Americans to work in those factories because Americans have outgrown those jobs. Okay, we have outgrown those jobs. And China knows that, I believe China knows that Americans have outgrown those jobs and that a majority of Americans are not going to sit in a factory and make clothes. A majority of Americans are not going to sit in a factory and make stuffed animals. They're not going to do that. You're gonna either have to send it to India or Vietnam, or you're going to have to bring immigrants in the country who's willing to do that work. But the fact that China is putting out these videos laughing at the United States of America, saying that we can't make the products as efficient as the Chinese. Unless it gets automated, they are correct. We won't be able to make the products as efficient and as cheap as the Chinese. We won't be able to do it. Okay? But this back and forth with China is still going to create volatility in the market as far as I'm concerned. And a lot of people are going to continue to lose money. But I believe this puts additional pressure on the bad actors who've been naked shorting AMC, GME, and a whole lot of other stocks. And because of this, there will be more margin calls. There will be forced liquidations. And I believe they will be forced to start covering all their naked short positions and their real short positions. Anyway, please leave some comments. Tell me what you think. Do you think that the Americans can make shirts and phones as cheaply as the Chinese? Anyway, have a great day. God bless, and I appreciate y'all on this journey with me.